What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Big Cool coming to you from Colossal Boxing Talk, and I am back with another video. When is there a fight involving Erislandy Lara that doesn't end in controversy? Let's talk about it, man. Last night he fought WBA regular junior middleweight title Brian Castano to a split draw. It was a very good fight. One judge, Kevin Morgan, had it 115-113 for Castano, and John McKay had it 115-113 for Lara. Julie Letterman, the daughter of Harold Letterman, scored it a draw 114-114, which it wasn't well received from the fans and people in attendance last night. Honestly, it was a close fight. It was a really close fight, in my opinion. This was all about how do you look at the fight? Do you like the aggressiveness and the punch output of Castano, or do you like the ring generalship, the weight and punch style of Erislandy Lara? You know, he's a counterpuncher aficionado, very accurate, does have some good pop on his punches. He's not very active, which has plagued him in his career time and time again against Canelo Alvarez last night. Hell, Jared Hurd at some points in that fight, although the knockdown was what really did him in that fight. His lack of ability to close out a fight strong is what has plagued him in his career, and that's why he finds himself in these situations over and over. The Paul Williams fight from a few years ago was a clear robbery. Pete Williams, one of my favorite fighters ever, he knew he lost that fight, even though he hasn't admitted it to this day. We all know he whooped Paul Williams' ass that night, from pillar to post. It was a straight boxing clinic, ass whooping, beat down of the highest order. But Paul Williams had the name, the perception maybe of him just coming forward, throwing a whole bunch of punches while he was missing and getting countered, swayed the judges in his favor. But nonetheless, that loss shouldn't be on the record of Erislandy Lara, but it is. But he bounced back from that. He fought a great fight with Jared Hurd in a unification bout. Lost a razor-thin decision. Got dropped in the 12th round, which was the deciding factor in that fight, which caused him to lose his WBA junior middleweight title. Last night, Castano, very unknown to a lot of people, came with it. He came with it. He worked the body well. He put Lara. I don't want to say he put Lara on his back foot, because Lara, Lara, that's the type of fight he is, type of fighter he is, and that's the type of fight he loved, to fight. But he was on the ropes, looking to counter Castano as he was coming in on the offensive, which he did well. Lara is known for that straight left hand. He's a southpaw, which he landed that straight left hand repeatedly. It was powerful. He also landed a few uppercuts, nice right hooks. He landed some body shots. But, the activity of Castano is what really made this close. And the lack of activity from Lara is what made it close. Because, both of these guys are going to be kicking themselves now and for a while, at least the next week or two. Because while Castano, keeps his title via the draw, Lara finds itself in a crossroads. And if you want to know who I had winning, I had Lara winning. I liked his effective countering ability. I liked his punch placement. I liked the shots that he landed. I felt that he dictated a lot of the fight, at least early on. At least early on, when he was fully energized, I felt like he dictated a lot of the fight. But as the fight, wore on, fatigue did kick in. And while it wasn't much Castano was doing in terms of clearly winning, he was just a little more active, a little more busier. He landed some harder shots, in my opinion. Buzzed, Lara a few times with some right hands. But this was a tale of two fights, man. The first half of the fight, minus one round, in my opinion, was Lara. Like I said, this is my first time watching it. I had to rewatch it again. Second half of the fight, it's Castano. It's Castano. And what I'm saying by it was tell the two halves of a fight, I'm not saying that the first half of the fight wasn't close at all. I'm saying how I looked at it. I felt that Lara was in control of the fight. I felt he was in control. He was fighting at a nice pace. He was able to dictate, Castano. Castano was coming in, not really jabbing. He was just walking in with his hands up, hunched over, which made him susceptible to the uppercuts, which Lara did land. Lara landed right hooks, straight left hands, and nice body shots. But Castano started using the jab more, started picking up the pace. He more youthful, less wear and tear on his body than Lara, and he started to close the gap and started to really, work Lara over in some of those rounds in the second half of the fight. And honestly, I don't see neither guy being robbed. It could have a draw was, fine with me. A win for Lara would have been fine with me. A win for Castano would have been fine with me. And honestly, at the end of the day, no matter who you was rooting for, at least we got a good, close, competitive fight. And yes, we always want to see a winner get declared. But honestly, man, when fights this close, it's not about that. At the end of the day, when you really splitting hairs and trying to find the smallest things to decide who the winner of each round is, you're gonna get this, and you can be okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe these guys will rematch each other and get a definitive winner. Maybe not, but I know that it was a good fight. Both guys put on a good effort. It was a better fight than a lot of people expected, action-wise, from Lara. But you can tell Lara also fought this fight knowing that he has to, at least put an effort to be more active and let his hands go more, so he doesn't give out that perception that he's just being defensive minded, trying to survive, just trying to pot shot and counter all night long and initiate some offense and put his opponent on the back foot, which he did at times. He put Castano on his back foot, but Castano proved that he's a good fighter. He'll give all the guys at 154 a tough challenge. He seemed to have some pop on his punches, got some good hand speed, and a very motivated fighter. And for Lara, I don't know where he's gonna go if he doesn't have a rematch with Castano next, because he's like 36 years old, 37, and time is certainly ticking on his career. But I scored the fight 115-113 for Lara. But like I said, a draw was acceptable. A win for either guy would have been acceptable in my book. Let me know in the comment section down below how you scored the fight. Do you feel it was controversial? And, would you like to see a rematch between these two? If not, who would you like to see each man face in their next outing? If you like this video, hit that like button, drop a comment like I just said in the comment section down below. If you enjoy the content throughout the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Also, turn the notifications on to get notified every time I upload content. Until next time, I am out. Peace.